Not everybody's elite. Not everybody is elite. Guys, relax. I've got a panel. The panel is here, but let me cook. I just need a few minutes to cook and bring in the panel. Not everybody's elite. You see, guys, you have to understand that how I educate you guys. You have to understand when I try and give you guys that real quality analysis. And you have to understand why I talk about Dodd, the elite, and the horsemen. Not all players are made the same. Not all strikers are made the same. There needs to be a separation. You see, we can't just have one paint brush to say, oh, Kane, Lewandowski, they're the same. No. There is a tier 1, there's a tier 2, there's a tier 3. There are different tiers, there are different classes. Not all strikers are made the same. Not all strikers are made the same. Robert Lewandowski. You see, Lewandowski is an amazing case study for me. He's a beautiful case study for me because Lewandowski, he represents the modern generation. He represents the younger generation. He represents the stats padders generation. Because do you know what he is? Lewandowski is a stats merchant. So when you look at all the goals he scores, you think he's a great striker. And what does Uncle HH always say? It's not how many you score, it's when you score. That is the key thing. That will always be the key thing. Lewandowski has broken records. He's scored an amazing number of goals. He has done what you need to do as a striker. But to be in that elite category, to sit on the same table as a Drogba, as a Gedmola, as a real Ronaldo, as an Inzaghi, it's about those big games. It's about those important games. So this was the key game for Lewandowski. There are still people that question Lewandowski's contribution to that treble. Yes, it's real, guys. We're going there. This is exposure season. I told you, I brought the suits out. It's real. So this was the game in which Lewandowski showed up. I'll tell you why this is so bad for Lewandowski. See, if he had been shut down, didn't have those many chances, we'd still question him. That's the thing. Based on how good he's been, how good the support system around him is, even if he had been shut down and had no chances, we'd still question him. This is bad because you had uno, dos, tres, 3 big chances. Un, dos, trois. 3 big chances, and you bricked them off. 3 big chances, and you bricked them all. That's bad. That's That's real bad. And I think that's the Lewandowski assessment. It's real because this is what it's about. Lewandowski cannot be considered that elite level striker. Because to be that elite level striker, it's not about the volume of goals. You see, that's for you bomber stats merchants who don't understand football. I'm speaking fluent ball. I'm speaking fluent football. To all of the guys who understand what I'm saying, your volume of goals, they mean nothing. To really be in that elite level where you'll be truly remembered as a truly great striker in that 1%, what do you do in those big games? What do you do in those massive games? What do you do against elite defenders? They say it's Cadiz. They say it's Cadiz, yo. It's not Cadiz. I'm sorry. It ain't Elche. It's not Ibiza. It's not Lugo. Okay? So, I'm sorry, man. It's not looking good for Lewandowski. And I mean, I'll bring the panel in, but just my last thing before I really bring them in is that, of course, he's a quality striker, and I still feel that Barca did great with Lewandowski. But the real question is that when it now comes to those big games, who shows up? I have never cared about what you do in the small games. I'm a big game merchant. That's why this is the home of the UCL. You see, I cover all of the games because I just need to do it just as a consistency thing because all football is good. But La Liga, that's training. Cadiz and Elche, that's training. This is for the big boys. This is where it gets real. I'm all about hashtag no excuses, hashtag big time, baby. Hashtag box office. Who shows up big time and who flops? Who shows up in the big time and who flops? Because if you flop with the big time, cool, we'll talk. Don't you dare come near this elite table. Because I only speak to the guys who show up during money time, who show up against the elite teams, who show up on the biggest stages. Lewandowski or Lewandisney, you're good, but you ain't that good. That's being real. I want to come first to Hokage for this. Hokage, like we have to start first with Lewandowski, man. Because we'll deal with the game, but I think that is the main topic. What are your raw emotions for Lewandowski's performance here? Because is it a case of vindicated? Is there a part of it that feels sorry for you, or is there some truth to the fact of course, he's a quality striker, but we can't view him as elite because the resume of the amount of big games that he comes up shorter, the resume doesn't look good. Talk to me.
I think today I'm not sure about him having 3 massive chances. The third one was great defending. The header, if he scored it, it would have been pulled back because he tugged Hernandez to the ground. It would have been pulled back. The first one though, that first chance though, I was just like, I thought I turned around because I thought Barca scored, and then he skied it. I was like, oh shit.
No, but my thing, first chance we will agree. He skied it. The second chance, the header, for an elite striker, that goes far post.
Yeah.
For an elite striker, you put that far post. The third one, he miscontrolled it.
Yeah.
He gets a correct first touch. It's right in his path, and he scores. That was because he miscontrolled it. It was a bad control from him that allowed the defender to come in. So it was him by miscontrolling it.
I guess so, but I don't know. I'm not going to judge Lewandowski too hard on this game because I think when you've been at a club for 8 years, there's some kind of emotion coming back to play against them. I think so. I mean, apparently he left the stadium and he said like one word saying, "Oh, it wasn't so easy to come back and play today." Like, I guess he was dealing with something like that. But my problem with Lewandowski today was the first half he was present. He was even creating too. It was crickets second half. Crickets. I forgot he was on the field in the second half. Like literally nothing. Even for Barca, I'd say Pedri was the only guy really in the second half doing anything. Yeah. And the Oos maybe a couple flashes. The second half was just Barca had a lot of the ball, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Lewandowski, I'm gonna wait. This was the first game back at a club he was at with 8 years.
That plays into my point. It goes back to mentality. If you have a very strong mentality, you put those thoughts away. So if that is still playing upon you and that is affecting your performance, I question your bigger mentality. Yes, you played with them and so forth. You play for Barcelona now. they now pay your wage. So for these 90 minutes, you have to be cold-hearted and ruthless and say what's up. Once they blow the full-time whistle, then you can allow the motion to go through. So because I know that if it's someone like a Cristiano, he has a mindset of like, for these 90 minutes, these guys are now my enemy. Once the whistle blows, boom, cool. But for 90 minutes, I'm not going to allow that, I played that to sort of affect my performance. So if that affected his performance, I question your professional mentality.
But I'll wait for El Clasico. Unfortunately, I don't know how long Benzema's injury is because I know he got injured, but I'll wait for El Clasico to judge him because that's really I think the first big game and maybe also the second, the home leg against Bayern. Then I'll judge him. If he goes against Bayern again, if he goes and misses chances against Real Madrid, because really in the big games that we talk about that has been his criticism, it's mainly those 4 Real Madrid games. It was the 16-17 one where it went to extra time against Madrid, and the 17-18 season where Bayern shot themselves in the foot, and Benzema scored that one goal where Ulreich missed it. Those are the 4 games people like to bring up. In a lot of other games, Lewandowski always showed up. Against Atleti, he showed up a couple of times. Juventus, he showed up when we were down at home and needed to come back. So it's against Madrid. So I'm really interested for that El Clasico game and the home leg of the Bayern game in the group stage. So I'll hold my judgment.
Okay. So yes, talk to me, man. Lewandowski, man, because we'll get into more specifics like Musiala. Yes, yeah. You're muted. Yes, you're muted. You're muted. Yes.
Okay. All right. So he had a horrendous game, but luckily he has time. This is a first test, and he failed. The semester is not over. Is this the beginning of the semester? He has time. The only issue is like, for me, oh my God. I mean, we're gonna talk about the game, but I mean, what can you say that everyone hasn't seen for their own eyes? I mean, you're Robert Lewandowski. I mean, the argument Hokage is a Bayern fan. Hokage always tells me. I mean, I saw a tweet of Hokage a couple of days ago saying that, oh my God, now everyone is appreciating how good Lewandowski is, yada yada, man. But he was doing this for so many years at Bayern Munich, all that stuff. Okay. That we called it the Bundesliga tax. Even HH said, you showing up in La Liga. You're showing up. You're scoring goals. Maybe the Bundesliga tax didn't apply it. But then you played against a Bayern Munich team that, the 2 goals at Bayern Munich, we're going to go into it, but you were the best scorer. You were the best finisher on that pitch. And I don't care what Hokage said. For me, he had 3 opportunities, clear-cut opportunities that an elite striker at his caliber should be finishing. Let the referee call the Hernandez pull. That's his excuse. That's his fugazi. That's what that is. Whatever. That's nonsense. Put the ball in the back of the net, and he was unable to do that. I mean, we're gonna go into the game, but it's just so bad. This looks so bad because this is the move you wanted. You thought the worst thing about it is like you thought Bayern Munich disrespected you. You had the whole summer.
No, because yes, it's a huge W for Bayern because my thing is
time.
I remember there was a moment second half when Hernandez did like a really big block on him and he saw him like celebrate. Bayern did not want him to score. And I think Kimmich even had like another block again at the end. Bayern were like, no, if there's one person that will not score tonight, it's this guy. This man will not score. And Lewandowski must have known that. No. These guys are going to make sure that you don't score. Okay, we're going to try, but we are putting a concerted effort that you don't score and punk us. And the issue for Lewandowski, you had 3, because Hokage, that's the point I'm trying to make is, if those chances fell to Werner, I don't expect him to score. Bro, I don't expect Werner to score an open goal. I don't. But for somebody who is considered one of the best strikers of his generation, 3 chances? Come on, bro. Come on.
It's just because it's like, the worst thing about it is the narrative. Like, the record is there. But when Barcelona comes to the Allianz Arena, it's not good. I don't think they've won there for a very long time.
Yeah.
You had the opportunity to end that. Not only do that, like you had the opportunity to leave Bayern Munich and show up at Germany. And this is the thing. This okay. There's no when you're a player, football player. There's a reason why they say home. Like when you're playing at home, you have an advantage.
Yeah.
The crowd is advantage, yes, but it's also the understanding of the ground you're playing in. This is a ground you played in multiple times. This is a ground you scored multiple goals in, bro. But with his eyes closed, he can tell where before he doesn't even have to look at the goal. He knows what it is because he played in this ground so many times. This is a massive.
Okay.
This is a massive bad night for Lewandowski.
Let me come to Gergen again. Lewandowski, your thoughts on his performance against Bayern?
Man, what can I say? I think it comes a time where moments like this, separate from the average to the good, to the elite, to the world class. There's levels to this,
There are levels.
And
there are levels, yes.
A player of Lewandowski's status and notoriety, the least he can do, is at least show up. Like Yasir said, based on the narrative, the least you can do is just come out and show up. I mean, I don't really have anything else for him, man. I mean, I didn't really watch the full game, but I will say that some of the chances he did have, like if he was at Bayern, those would have easily gone in, 100%.
All right. Ricardo, again, I think you've seen the chances that he missed, man. Ricardo, go easy, man. Go easy. Ricardo, he is your player, so go easy on him.
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't get to see the game today, thankfully, because it probably would have pissed me off. But I did see the highlights, and that first chance, I guarantee you, if you put another team on that field, he bangs that in 10 times out of 10.
Okay, so we're saying that the occasion got to him.
Yes,
of course it did, man. When has the occasion not got to him?
1,000%.
I think it's just Bayern. But if that's against any other, he scores that. I think the Bayern factor plays a big factor.
That is why that's probably that is even
worse. Yes,
because my thing is like that shouldn't affect you. Being elite is not just how good you are; it is your mentality and it is your cold mentality. If playing against a band thing affect, bro, didn't you not turn up for trading? Weren't you guys that were twerking saying that I want to leave, I feel disrespected? So you should, the whole narrative, I'm coming to say, this is why you've missed me. That was what the narrative was. And I really believe that I would come in and say, Lewandowski drops a 2-piece Barca win. Hey, it is what it is. Bayern have missed Lewandowski. But that's it. I heard what it was.
This shit makes no sense. So, first of all, I was watching the play-by-play on my phone. Obviously, Yasir's messaging as well. So, and he's telling me Barcelona are dominating, or they were dominating because I saw the 2-0 already. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because this always happens when we dominate games. You know something's going to go wrong. That's just Barcelona. And then I hear shout out to Pedri and Gavi. I heard they had good games. That's what the timeline was saying. That's what everybody was saying. Unfortunately, I saw the chances Pedri missed as well. Very unfortunate. I think he should have done better. He actually should have just scored it to that bum Ferran Torres on that second chance.
He would have still missed. But
why does Ferran Torres even play for Barcelona? That's the annoying part.
No, because we'll get into specifics. But just for Lewandowski, is it a case of this guy is just a big game flop, or should we just wait until the El Clasico?
I have said this to you so many times. Before he wore the jersey and after he wore the jersey, he's gonna score a lot of goals. But when it comes to the big games, I do not rely on that guy. He looks good with that number 9 on his back, but I'm sorry, you cannot put this guy in the same breath as Luis Suarez. I'm sorry. Even when we were shit, Suarez somehow against big teams, he would score somehow. Even in the 8-2, bro, who scored? It was. The worst part is, even in that 8-2 game, Lewandowski didn't score till I think it was like the 6th goal. That game was dead by then. What did he do before that? Nothing. And what Hokage said about Lewandowski really only showing up against Real Madrid, which is weird.
I said he doesn't. I said he doesn't.
Oh, sorry, he doesn't. Other than that one game, he doesn't. He also never showed up against Barcelona. I remember 2015 the chances this guy's missed. I don't know what it is with this guy. When it comes to big teams, he just can't do it. And don't get me wrong, he's a great striker, a fantastic striker. Perhaps he's one of the best strikers when it comes to playing in a league format. But when it comes to playing in cup games, bro, the shit like investing and expecting him to do something is like you're signing your death wish, because he's never been that guy. And I've always said, when he was on Bayern Munich, the threat wasn't Lewandowski. It was the support that Lewandowski gets that makes him so incredibly lethal. Because you can give a striker that many chances, eventually he will score. He hasn't always been the most efficient. So
because even on that run, I thought Gnabry was more clutch in that whole treble run.
No,
I was like, the guy who scored the goals that really changed the course of games and so forth was Gnabry. So
no, bro, it's just like that, bro. In the streets, bro, the streets are just, bro. These guys have a brain, an attention span of a goldfish, bro. You guys clearly didn't watch Luis Suarez if you think just because he had not enough goals in the Champions League. I'm talking about even in the league, bro. There's so many times I've seen Lewandowski just not show up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if it's between him and the Cannibal, I trust Cannibal to score more in a big. If it's between these two,
and the worst part is that I know we're gonna put next game at home against Elche. If I see this fucker do one of these, if I see him do this, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose. If the next game against Bayern at the Camp Nou, if he doesn't score like minimum 2 goals, bro, forget this season. I'm sorry, like he can't keep doing this. And I agree with Hokage. If he doesn't do anything against Bayern Munich, I mean not Bayern Munich, sorry, Real Madrid, I can't say I'm surprised, but bro, it is like it is what it is. I've always been honest about this guy. Fantastic goal scorer.
Yeah.
He will guarantee you goals against medium to lower tier teams. Bro, in the big games, he's not that guy. He's just
quickly.
No, because I want to get more into the game. Let me just hit the stops, and I want to come to just specifics into the game. So QCA says, I will say it again: Bayern and City full 18 points. No, bro. If Bayern beats Barca at
Camp Nou,
bro. I mean, you see, Allianz, we get it. Even if I think that's Barca, because I mean, we'll get into specifics. Because first half, I thought Barca were going to win this game, so we'll get into specifics. If they lose at Camp Nou, nah. Detroit Rock City. Shout out to our little brother Borussia Catalonia. That's messed up. Man. That's messed up. Man. As we came, please call RL9. RL Elche is waiting on Sunday. Oh dear, man. LL, you always overrate Barcelona going trophyless. When you look at that first half, you can't say that I was crazy in my prediction that they would win. Barca only have themselves to blame. So now is it first half? You were thinking Barcelona, this should win. You could have taken chances, man. Naz H, are we calling it King Charles tax now? Yes, we are. King Charles tax is in full effect, man. Tomorrow, Daddy plays to save La Liga teams again. Oh, I think he's referring to Real Madrid, man. Real tomorrow. Upamecano with the... All right, I probably don't want to say that. Okay, Bundesliga tick. But guys, it always happens. Upamecano, this, that, and everything. He wasn't that much of a liability, bro. Kise, HH, your ball knowledge is freaking amazing. You overrate Leverlona. Wow. Told you they were losing. Never won it in Allianz. Lukaku and Martinez will send them to Europa. Lavi, Qatar tax. Well, I'm gonna pick him on that. Shane, this pack hits every damn time. Excited for this round of excuses from Barca fans. Shout out to that third place team in the Bundesliga. Wow, man. And Shane again says, I absolutely love though, but what if only Ban got lucky? No, I've never said that. Like, it's not been 4 straight L's in 3 seasons with a 16-2 aggregate. Guys, bro, the aggregate between Barca and Ban it's crazy. It's getting crazy. Casey, I can't even slander Javi and Gavi today. Casey. Davies send Rafinha to Leeds for a relegation fight, man. Oh, man. Silver Spring. This is the Mane Liverpool apparently may slap my ass off. Hokage, I want to have a Mane discussion. Kiran Prakashari. HH, this lost hurts Javi. Javi did great. This is on the players not taking their chances. Yes. This team has been for a month only versus team fave for the UCL who have been together for years. And look, see, this was his first big true test. And this is not on Javi. When you look at how Barca played, how well they played, it's not on Javi. This loss is on Lewandowski. Simple as that. Boy Shane, wait. So are we saying the sextuple was dud? No, we're not. Relax. No, we're not saying that. No. So look, okay, let's talk about the game. Look, here's my thing. This is about being clinical. And I don't know what game people were watching. I thought Pedri was fantastic. So was Musiala. Guys, oh no, what did we say? No. I'm like, Leroy Sane I thought was wasteful in that first because we had that halftime space. But it's so funny, like, because of how good Leroy Sane's goal was, people would have actually forgotten how wasteful it was in that first half. Sadio Mane, I chastised Sane more because I felt he should have done more against Marcos Alonso. I think Sadio Mane, I think Koundé did a really good job, and Koundé is just a more solid defender. But I thought that Musiala was the guy who was really using the ball well in the attack. So, I mean, okay, when you just look at the game as a whole, is this really about you have to take your chances? If you don't take your chances against a team of this level, you'll get punished, which is what Bayern did to Barcelona.
Yeah, I guess the way I put it, first half Barca, second half Bayern. That's how it was because after Bayern scored the 2 goals, I'd say the last 20 minutes it was Barca pushing, but they only created one chance, which is the Pedri chance in the second half. So I don't know what to make of this game because in the first half, I was so frustrated with his Sane. He was slowing the game down, making bad decisions. And I think the key change here was Goretzka coming in because I think Sabitzer and Kimmich is too conservative. A lot of Bayern fans were telling me, oh, no, we need Sabitzer. He brings more balance. He does the dirty work. I don't give a crap.
He's so trash.
No, he's not trash. He's trash. No, he's not trash. We just needed Goretzka's energy. He came in. I don't care. What did Gavi do that second half? Nothing. He bullied that little 17-year-old kid off the park. Pedri, he was still doing the same, but Goretzka came and was bullying these Spanish boys around. They couldn't do anything against this guy. He's got those muscles for a reason. He came out. He got that long distance shot. Boom, corner goal. He was a threat all the time, and I don't know why Bayern fans all of a sudden turned on Goretzka like, no, we want Sabitzer for balance. No, Bayern is an attacking team. We're not conservative. We don't do our best play while we're conservative. We need to attack. Even if it's against the all-time 11 of football history, we will attack, and that's how we excel. And obviously, when we do that, teams will always have chances. Barca had their chances. They didn't take them. Bayern capitalized. We took control of the game. When you have players like Kimmich who could control a game and you don't take your chances and kill it off, when you have players like Muller who hold the ball up and kill games and just frustrate the team a full 90 minutes, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The only bad thing about the day is apparently Lucas Hernandez tore his adductor. That could be months on the sideline. He's going to miss the World Cup. Pavard took a knock.
No!
Yeah, I think
really?
He's going to miss. Yeah, and they say adductor tear, and those take like 4 or 5 months. 3, 4, 5 months. So I think he's going to miss the World Cup, which is bad for France.
Wait, who?
Lucas Hernandez.
Oh, that's
for France because
that's your whole the rest of you're Bayern a struggle then. Look, Hernandez was amazing today.
AJ Kimpembe is coming back in 6 weeks, by the way. So just in time for the World Cup. Just in time for the World Cup.
Okay, please keep talking.
But yeah, that's a blow. But we'll make do. I think he should be back. He could probably be back for the knockout stages next year after the World Cup. But I think he's gonna miss the World Cup. Upamecano. I mean, here's the thing about Upamecano. You guys see the things on Twitter. No one will tell you that he went almost 8 months mistake-free this whole year, and then he had a bad 2 or 3 games, and everyone's like, Konate is way better.
It's the life of a defender.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. And then
once you make one mistake, people forget all the amazing things that you do. It's the life of the defender.
Yeah, but I got it. Like Bozo, Upamecano has the Bozo gene. Like he makes he makes mistakes like that. De Ligt has it too. That's the unfortunate thing. So good game for him. It's like people forgot that last year in the 2 Barca games, he completely dominated Barca too, even though that was a completely different attack. He still did well in those games. So
but talk to me about Musiala, man. Because this guy
I told you about Musiala when he was coming up, and then he scored against Lazio. Bro, I can't. The World Cup, if he pops off at it's his World Cup. It's gonna be Pedri versus Musiala again, the group stages. The thing about Musiala, So the thing I love about Musiala is he's direct. He doesn't look strong, but he's strong on the ball, just like Pedri. He's very hard to dispossess. He's very good in tight spaces. He brings something that German forwards have not had in a while, which is a guy with. You know how Messi turns with the ball? He just all those technique players that turn with the ball easy, just they flow. They look like they're flowing. He does that. The goal, Mazraoui, great pass to ping him into the space, just turns with it, dribble, scanning his head, boom, play, perfect pass into Sane, and Sane gets the finish, good finish. So I guess the only question mark I have, when will Mane really start clicking again in this team? He started off well, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Mane. I mean, I don't know if he's just not clicking. He was started off as striker. Then I don't know if you realize Muller took like the more central striking role for a hold-up play, and Mane drifted out wide.
I mean,
Mane still needs to arrive.
Yeah. I mean, on the book for me, but I think that I just think, especially when you just look at how good Barca have been playing, and when you just look at how good they were in the first half, I just think this is a huge win for Bayern, man. I mean, yes, what do you say, man? Because, bro, like, I mean, what are we saying about Xavi and Barca? When you just look at how good they were in the first half and you end up losing the game 2-0, what are we saying, man? I mean,
okay, how do I say this? This was an interesting game, HH.
Yes, it was, and a very good game, man.
So, as much as I think Barcelona dominated the game, Bayern also had periods as well. But I mean, Bayern are Bayern, guys. At the end of the day, so Bayern. I mean, Leroy Sane. I agree with you. Like he didn't do much in the game, but then he scored an unbelievable goal. That was a phenomenal goal. And then Musiala, yes, like, I think the footballing world is lucky that this kid went to Bayern Munich and not stayed at Chelsea and not watched and
yes.
and no, I'm just saying for football is good. And then he opted to play for Germany instead of England. I mean it's like, we're lucky as a football fans. No, but I mean, this game, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the game, I don't know what conclusions I can reach, because I don't think I'm looking at it from like a tactical and from a managerial standpoint. I don't know what more Xavi could have done in that game.
No. Like, it's no. Yes, I'm sorry. That's why I started it. It's on Lewandowski. This loss is on Lewandowski, because I said the manager does his job when he puts his team in a position to create really good chances. If those players don't take their chances, what's the manager supposed to freaking do? You had 3 clear-cut chances against your best finisher, and he flopped them. So how's that Xavi's fault?
And then it's what was interesting is like the overall squad. Like, something that's I'm not quite sure about is I think in terms of Xavi, I think this is his ideal first 11.
Yeah.
But you saw the players,
even though Rafinha doesn't look great, bro. Rafinha doesn't look great.
But you see the players that came on. For the life of me, I don't understand. I'm think this is Spanish tax. The reason why Fernando Torres plays for Barcelona, I don't understand.
That guy is garbage. I don't know what garbage.
I don't know what he provides to Barcelona.
No. Yes, I'll tell you what. No. Yes, of course he provides. Come on, yes, he provides fruit. He provides fruit. I mean, everyone needs fruits, man. So everybody does it. Of course, he provides fruits. Apples, pears, tangerine.
As much as I liked Pedri and I feel like he had a fantastic game,
here comes the hate.
Barcelona needs I think they need more goals. I feel like
wait. Okay. How is that Pedri's?
No. I'm not saying it's not
Pedri's not there for goals.
But
that's Lewandowski's role, which he screwed up.
But also, it's like I don't think Barcelona has a player that can come in from midfield that can score goals regularly. I don't think they have that. You need
Yes, you can't bring that. See, if it was a tight game with very few chances, then you can say, man, okay, our striker is not having any chance. We now need another goal outlet. Yes, your main finisher striker had 3 quality chances. So why are you worrying about having goals from midfield when the space was freaking there, bro?
But I understand that 100%. I understand that. You're 100% right, 100%. But in the second half, Lewandowski, I agree with Hokage. He absolutely disappeared. HH, there were times where I'm like looking for this guy. Is he still on the pitch?
I hate when because he didn't disappear. Bayern's defense raised their level.
But my point
Look
is,
how many times that he got to dispossess and how well Bayern's defense did their number. And the Bayern's defense they said what's up. Bayern's defense said what's up.
For me, it's like in generally, I feel like at that moment, Barcelona needed a player in midfielder that boom, like a Bernardo Silva, like a KDB that could get a goal, HH. And for midfield, because like for me, I feel like in terms of the wings, but Bayern did a very good job, preventing Rafinha, Ousmane Dembele from getting anything, from getting any score for any goal. So the only opportunity you have is a player literally picking up the ball, literally taking 2-3 players on and boom, scoring goals from.
Sorry. Before I want to come to Gegen, but
so that's my general opinion.
How many goals did Iniesta or Xavi or Busquets score from midfield?
They didn't score a whole lot.
They didn't score a lot, but then
he was right though. Yes, he was right because look at Bayern. Bayern have Goretzka. Goretzka came on. He's bombing forward with the ball. Pedri, Gavi, these guys are technical players, but Pedri's not gonna go and get the ball and bomb forward 60 yards.
The player.
My thing is between Rafinha, Dembele, and Lewandowski. There should be enough goals there for Barcelona.
No, HH, no. In the modern game, when you cannot attack with 3 players. You have to attack with multiple players, HH. Because it's easier to defend the wing, HH. The players that's on the two wingers, Rafinha and Dembele. If you stop them and then Lewandowski is not having a good game, then you're telling me Barcelona can't score any goals? Then that's worrying.
Why it's sorry, I'll come to you, Ricardo, but why it's a moot point is because of what we saw in the first half. Forget about what happened in the second half. In the first half, Barca could have been up 3-0.
No, but HH is a 90-minute game. It's a 90-minute game. You had to play for 90 minutes, HH. And then when I understand 45 minutes, okay. No. You had opportunities, you didn't score. But HH, when the game changes, and the game changed, HH, and Lewandowski was nowhere to be seen. Who is that guy in midfield that could come in and score goals? HH, that's what you need.
Okay, Ricardo, talk to me. And I'll come to you.
It's just more of an extension of what Yassir is saying is that if your only goal scorer is your striker, especially in today's game, then if he fails, then all fails. The only players really Barcelona have that an actual goal scoring threat apart from Lewandowski is Ansu Fati. Because if we really look at Rafinha's game and Dembele's game, they're not known for goal scoring. They're creators, they're dribblers, they take on defenses, they unlock defenses. And you'd expect, at least for me, I'd expect more out of Dembele just because, it's ambidextrous. He's very good at beating defenders, so he'll have more chances. And plus, he can play on either wing. But the reality is that he's kind of horrible when it comes to shooting at net. He'll create a lot of chances. He'll find himself in great positions, but when it comes to actually finishing the ball is where he's horrible. And as for the midfield threat, which I completely agree with, like, for example, Leon Goretzka, the guy always scores. He always finds a way to score. He's box to box. Like, that guy has a lot to his game. The only midfielder that has that in our team is It's Frank Kessie. No, it's Frank Kessie. Like, that guy actually finds himself in a lot of goal scoring positions for us, and he's a threat from corners, from open play. He finds himself in the box. But Pedri, I mean, when he scores, it tends to be a beautiful goal, but you can't rely on beautiful goals all the time because football, you're not going to see beautiful goals all the time. And apart from that, it's like, yeah, it is right. It's too dependent on Lewandowski. But obviously, the thing that has going for them is that Lewandowski is a prolific goal scorer. So,
yeah, no. I mean, look, I get, like, basically, yes, I do get where you're coming from, and so forth. Like, yeah, you need goals all around. But my thing though is, this point would make sense if Barca were in a tight game. And Lewandowski wasn't really have many opportunities. The way the game was set up in that first half, it was like, oh yeah, look here, Barca had the better chances, the more quality chances, and then they didn't put them away. You don't put away chances like that, you deserve to lose. Forget about, if the kind of quality of chances you had and you don't put them away, you deserve to lose. So Gegen, talk to me and then I'll take your dogs and we'll talk about Liverpool. They're just about the game, Barca Bayern.
I mean, I think for me, the way I see it is, nowadays in the modern game, it kind of demands players to actually contribute to the cause, in terms of, I kind of see it as like Man City, because for me, ever since they acquired Holland, they've been a whole lot more predictable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So in a sense, and in because of that, I feel like there's gonna be a whole lot more pressure on that target striker just to deliver.
Yeah.
That's just the way I see it, you know. And yes, you know, there has to be multiple contributors inside the team and within the team, you know, midfield, you know, defense and all that. But I just feel like ultimately, if you have a target striker with that notoriety, there's going to be a lot of pressure, and you have to live up to those expectations, and you have to deliver. And when you don't, you know, that's the only thing you're going to be judged on. That's just the way I see it.
Okay. Let me hit this. So Rod Jacob says, thank you for the dog, man. Bayern looked a lot better when that man's right back came on for Pava, more of an attacking outlet. No, Bayern, they played a lot better in the second half. Second half, they did look a lot better. They did look a lot better.
It makes sense now why Barcelona really wanted to get Bernardo Silva. It makes so much sense.
Wait, true. For sure. Yeah. Oh, no, of course. Like, everyone knew. Shane, the Us lost the ball 25 times. Talk to us, HH. Look.
That's completely normal.
He dropped that one guy, though.
If you know anything about football stats, if you look at players who are creators, playmakers, and dribblers, they are always going to have the most ball lost or whatever, just because they're the ones that are attempting to play every play.
Sorry. That's football. Like, that's the life of a dribbler. You only need to say what's up once. Because saying what's up, like Lewandowski's first chance.
Football is a chess game. Not every move is gonna work, so you're gonna fail.
So you have to just keep on going, trying. That's just what dribbling and attacking is about.
You can look at Messi and Neymar stats, bro. They lose the amount of times every single game, but they're the ones that make things happen.
Yeah,
it's normal.
Casey, Ferran was decent, okay, but Fati should have. Why didn't Fati come on earlier? Because they only gave him 10 minutes. So is he still protecting him? He only gave him 10 minutes. I was like, bro, he should have come in a lot earlier, man. Your boy Shane. So we're just not going to talk about a mid-Us performance.
I didn't see.
Bro, look, for me, I felt that he wasn't great or amazing, but he was better than Rafinha. I'll give you that. You know. So and again, if Lewandowski had scored that first chance, what Ousmane Dembele did would have been very key for that goal if he had scored. Dieter Rock City Man says this Europa merchants shouldn't be talking about Bayern. What? Which Europa merchants? Wait, Detroit, who are you referring to? I have no idea. I think everyone here is a UCL guy.
I think Detroit is mad because we beat them.
I don't know what they're talking about, bro. Okay, guys, let's talk about Salah, man. Let's talk about Salah. So shout out to our resident Liverpool guy, Mr. Gigan Masterman. So look, I was trying to watch both of the games. So from what I saw was this: Ajax are choke jobs. They're choke artists, you know. Liverpool needed this. Now, maybe you can tell me more. Maybe because I'm going by from what I saw. Liverpool dominated. They had a lot of the chances, but it wasn't super vintage Liverpool, really. Ajax also had some pretty good opportunities. Salah needed that goal, but I don't think Salah had the most amazing 5-star game throughout the 90 minutes. And I think that if Liverpool had drawn that game, remember the Chelsea-Liverpool game is cancelled on Sunday.
Yeah.
So Liverpool won't are not playing for the next 2-3 weeks because of the international break. So if they had drawn the game, that would have lingered in their minds and questions would have been asked. Just by winning, it settles everything down. But you're not out of the woods yet. It's still because it's Ajax. You should beat them. And also, Vince Liverpool blow Ajax away. It was 2-1, and Ajax had a lot of really good opportunities, man. So, King Master, has Salah finally come alive, or you still have questions on Salah? And talk to me about how Liverpool looks, bro.
I mean, honestly, overall for today's performance, there was some positives and a lot of negatives. But I think the one thing that kind of worries me, like mainly, is Salah. His overall technical ability just worries me a whole lot. I think just his ability to receive the ball in traffic and not being able to turn on the half turn repeatedly, you know, it kind of worries me as well. Fine, he'll get those clear-cut chances and those clear-cut goals. But
wait, hold on. If you're on 370,000 a week, surely you can do these very basic
Of
skills for a
course.
guy.
I mean,
on
yeah,
that
those are the
man.
basics. Those are the basics. I mean, that's the least,
Mm.
you're supposed to do. Like, I just feel like after that AFCON last year, he just wasn't himself anymore. I'm not sure what it was, man. Maybe Sadio Mane, Juju. I don't know what it was, man. You know?
What do you think is missing from Liverpool? What do you think is missing? Does it say formation change, personnel change? Why don't Liverpool just seem to have that extra Salini that they had like last season?
From the start, from that Fulham game, I said it's the midfield. We haven't survived without that midfield being compact and as organized and as energized as possible. There's no way we're gonna like at least dominate games, and within that midfield, through that midfield is when we get that energy to press, find those trigger presses, because without that, we can press all we want, but we're gonna get gassed, because we need that support from our midfield. I can't stand seeing Elliot, in that starting lineup every day for no reason.
What about Milner? Milner, he all right.
Milner, that man should have been gone a long time ago, bro. I don't know why he's still on. I don't even know why he's still there, man. I mean, I feel like he's just probably there for morale. He's the most experienced guy on, in that dressing room. He's been through Leeds. He's been everywhere. Man City, he's well traveled. So I mean, I guess we'll need him there for that leadership. But other than that, man, I have no need for him. I have no need for him at all.
Yes, man. What does this win do for Liverpool, man? Because I still have questions, and even I will still have questions for Salah as well, man. Because ever since he got this contract, man, I don't know, bro. Talk to me.
It's interesting, HH. It's a very, very simple thing. Liverpool best front three is Diaz, Jota, Salah. It's really that simple. Go back to the basic. Go back to what, and this is what club did. Go back to
respect Darwin.
Hey man, no, stop that.
Charles, man, Charles.
Liverpool.
You spent a lot of money on that dude, bro. You have to play him. I'm sorry, like
stop that. I don't even know why we even bought him in the first place, man.
Here's the thing, HH. It's like, is it a surprise? Is it shocking to everyone that when you actually play Jota down the middle, play Luis Diaz on the left, and play Salah on the right, Salah ended up scoring? Like, was that actually any surprise? When Jota played with Salah before multiple times. He understands how Jota plays. It's all football is all about timing and movement and understanding. The problem is, for me, is what made Liverpool so great was a front three: Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, and Mo Salah. And then when Jota came in, Jota fit in perfectly. The problem is Diaz does not fit perfectly in any
it's also,
team.
yes, it's also the midfield as well, man. The midfield is also very.
I'm coming to HH. You can have a midfield that is like non-existent in terms of football and all high energy when you have an interchangeable front three, HH. But when you have a striker that is a very like a traditional number 9 that you had to play towards, you need more creativity from midfield. So for me, it's like it's like sometimes it's like football people make it so complicated, but it's like it's all about puzzles, and you fit the puzzles where they fit. And for me, it's like instead of Liverpool, it might work with Darwin Núñez, but it's gonna take time, HH. And for me, I just don't see in a world where Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah play in the same team, and Mohamed Salah actually to play well.
Listen, I think they had to replace Firmino, and they haven't really replaced Firmino. And we said at the start, because the whole thing was trust in Klopp, that Klopp knows what he's doing. But from the outside, it's like this guy, he's a lumberjack. He's a lumberjack from Uruguay, and I don't understand how you go from a Firmino or even a Jota to playing a lumberjack through the middle of that pitch, unless he does what Haaland does. But my thing though is that for me, Darwin Núñez and Haaland, they're similar. The only difference is that Haaland is a damn good goal scorer. They both fill the eye test. They both have zero tech, but Haaland at least just knows how to score goals. Darwin Núñez doesn't have the kind of goal scoring fundamentals and skills that Haaland has. So my thing is that he's pretty useless, because what do you now bring? If you don't bring in the goal scoring of Haaland, what else do you actually provide?
Yes.
Talk to me about Liverpool, man.
Yeah, good win. It was late. Ajax is a good team. That Kudus guy, 2 weeks in a row, 2 bangers. Wow,
That's
like
quality,
that
man.
was an
That
that
guy
was
is
an
quality.
insane. That's as upper 90 as it gets. Like that was a crazy finish. But yeah, a good win for Liverpool. Hopefully they get back on track because I like when all the big teams are doing good. It makes the Champions League better. I don't like Disney Plus. I don't like the Villareals. I don't like the Leipigs, all those bums. Yeah. So hopefully Liverpool.
Why did you mention Villarreal? Why did you mention Villarreal?
Because I don't like those guys. Let's just keep it at that. But I don't know. I think what it was. I think the fact that the games weren't played this weekend. I think that helped Liverpool because when you're in like a bad form, the game it just tends to keep going and it turns into like a sludge and they don't improve. And I think the rest really helped them. And I think you said the Chelsea-Liverpool game is postponed this weekend too. So they have even more rest to keep building on this win and training. I think it helped that Thiago came back. I think they missed him. They also got that Arthur guy. So I'm interested to see when they're all fit. Is it going to be Fabinho, Thiago, and Arthur? Because that looks pretty – I like that. That's a pretty good midfield. I know Arthur kind of went missing at Juventus but he's still. I think he's a decent player. Like so that should do something. It's better than Milderson.
It's better than Milderson, but it ain't great. it ain't great though.
I don't know. I know when Thiago's on his game, I just think it's kind of like Conte at Chelsea. When Conte's on his game, Chelsea look great. I think when Thiago's on his game, he runs the game. We saw it in the Community Shield game against Man City. Like Thiago was on form and completely bossed the game. So I think. The key thing is Thiago back on form. They have Fabinho to protect the back line, but still, even today, the defense was a little weird. Salah, even though he scored, even on Salah's goal, he almost lost it because it was a bad touch.
He's out balance, man.
Yeah.
And he had to like slide shoot to get it. So it wasn't a convincing performance from Salah again. And really, they need that guy to get going for Liverpool to be real serious.
So are we saying that he signed the big money and now he's just saying screw it?
He's been bad all year, but I don't know. He's been bad all year, though, right? Like Gegen hasn't he been bad all year, Gegen? Like
true.
Yeah, but like, after the AFCON, man, I told you he hasn't been the same.
Yeah, so
like, he's relying on penalty goals to seal the deal, man. At this point.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see with Liverpool. I'm not sure.
So Gegen, real quick, Kudus, man, what a player!
Oh yeah,
that is just a play. And I think what people say, because I said, wait, how come we've never known about this guy? I think it's just loads of injuries. So 100% the guy has to feature for Ghana at the World Cup, man. So I mean, how good could this guy be the next big star, or should we just chill and wait before being too reactionary on what this guy's doing?
I mean, I'm seeing very encouraging signs. I mean, seeing a player like him is no surprise to me. I remember. Growing up, I think Andre Ayew was coming up. You know, all these young guys, you know, were doing their thing. So, but I think definitely for me, he's probably been one of the most talented Ghanaian youngsters I've seen in a while. Because I think just the way he moves and the speed in which he moves at, he just offers something different every time he steps on the field. It's crazy.
Shout out to your boy Alps. Let's keep it real. This is all on Lewandowski. We literally did everything right, and all this dude had to do was score. He didn't banded, we move. It's on him.
But you know one thing though. Also, people need to understand something. When you are an elite striker, elite striker, one of the best in the world, you don't need many chances. You don't need to put.
That's why it's bad.
You need to.
If you're elite, you put away at just 1 or 2. You had three good ones, and you flopped them all. It's bad. It's bad. Football breakdown. Eto'o will remain Barca's GOAT number 9. Where is Fati? Bro, put some respect on Eto'o's name. Sorry, and that's another guy that Lewandowski can see. So basically, what's it called? Inzaghi, Eto'o, Drogba, R9, Gedmola, Lewandowski. You can't sit on that table, bro. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't sit on that table. Alps, by the way, on a side note, Gavi for an 18-year-old. What he did against the likes of Kimmich and Mane in our first half, wow. Even made that chance for Lewandowski. No, Gavi, the kid's balance is superb.
Bro, he just turned 18 too.
That's great. Wait, how old is Pedri? Is Pedri 19 or 20?
19.
Two teenagers started a UCL game at the Allianz.
Both of them in the midfield. I feel like they don't need both. in the midfield. They're like similar players, kind of. Why do you guys need both of those guys? Because I feel like you get Pedri brings you everything Gavi does. Why can't you bring in a Kessie? Like Ricardo, you said Kessie's like the midfield that gets in a lot of attacking positions to score, right? So would that just not work? Or
no, it's just that when Busquets plays, we play a single pivot, and that's where Gavi's more useful because he's so like he's almost in a sense box to box, not necessarily, but he's so aggressive, and obviously Pedri, like the modern game, like you have to have more defensive contributions. They're not the same players. Like if you watch them often enough, you'll see they're not the same.
Yeah.
But Kessie only plays when realistically like Frenkie plays because they play as a double pivot together.
You know, this guy is such a bomb. Like, no, we can't even talk about how good Pedri was Pedri was in God. We can't even talk about this because they lost the game.
That's the thing. So Omar Rushdie, Gegnam apparently was watching a different game. In what sense, bro? Look, bro. Liverpool, from what you said from Liverpool, yes, like there's nothing in that game that says me that Liverpool are back.
Oh, man.
Yes, they had the chances. We expect Liverpool to dominate against Ajax, but there are still questions as to, well, because it's mainly for Salah. There's still questions on Salah. There's the questions. Now, guys, can I mini rants coming very soon? Mini rants coming soon, guys. Is Conte a bomb?
Yes.
Yes, he's a league merchant.
No, but then you combine two things together. You combine Tottenham and their bottlers.
Yes,
like
he did this with he did this with Inter Milan as well.
But then no, that's what I'm saying. You combine Tottenham with Antonio Conte.
No,
you did.
No, but yes, like I was watching the game, and even the guys saying, "Bro, this don't you dare say anything against Tuchel. This was some backyard, death hell dwelling football that Tottenham were freaking playing. These guys are useless." And my thing for Conte is, I'm sorry, we can't rate him as a top tier manager. He is literally the epitome of a domestic merchant.
Yeah.
That Juve team that you had, cool. You won it because of Calciopoli, because everyone else was trash. Ace-Man were non-existent. That same team that you had, you couldn't take them to a final, which is what Allegri did twice. Italy, cool. You did it with Italy. At the end of the day, you still lost to freaking Germany. Chelsea, cool. You won the league with Chelsea and so forth. But what did you do in Europe? So what you do in Europe, that is what makes you truly elite. And I've been warning Conte, bro. I don't give a crap what Tottenham do in the league. That's irrelevant to me. In a group that has who is this? That has Sporting Lisbon and freaking Marseille. If you don't make it through this group, you are having a freaking laugh.
But will
You're having a freaking laugh.
No. Will you be? But
No. Yes, it's not. No, that's what Bobby Shook says about. We have to rethink our rating of how we view Conte as a manager. We have to.
But okay. I understand that. I 110% understand that. But like, I don't. Sometimes I look at this and I look at things the way they are. Conte is a bum when it comes to the Champions League. He's a bum. He's a championship level manager when it comes to not even worse, League One, like Serie B, Serie C type of manager when it comes to the Champions League. He is utterly garbage. I don't know what it is about the Champions League, but this is the guy. I will never forget the day where all he needed was to draw against Shakhtar Donetsk, and they'll finish in the Europa League. They ended up finishing fourth. Like, I mean, I look at this sport when this draw came out. I look at that. I swear, I look at that group and I said, I have no idea what's gonna happen in that group. God knows what's. You had Frankfurt, you had Marseille, and then you had Sporting Lisbon, then you had Tottenham, and 100% I could put all my whole life savings in it that he will not finish first. It's just. I feel like it's one of those things that Conte does he do it on purpose? Like, does he sabotage on purpose? I don't know what it is, HH. Like, because he does this all the time.
I think he's saving his energy for top four, man.
Yeah, I mean,
which is crap, bro. Which is crap. Like, you saving your energy just for the league, it shows me how much of a freaking loser you are. No, because if you're incapable of coming through this UCL group and still doing well in the league, I can't respect you as a manager.
Actually, he's not capable of doing that though.
Then
He simply isn't.
then you're trash. Then you're trash. Then let's stop putting Conte in the same category as all those other managers who can now work on both fronts. Ricardo, talk to me about Conte, man. Is he a fraud?
Yeah, he's kind of like he's always been a fraud in Europe. Like this isn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ricardo. It's not surprising. This is
not even Spurs. I guess what Yasir is kind of saying is facts. Like when you mix Spurs and Conte, it's like, are you really surprised? It's like I saw a tweet that was kind of funny. Some Spurs fan account, they tweeted out that Sporting has never beaten an English side in European football history.
Also, remember after that, they said that Sporting Lisbon have never won their opening 2 UCL games ever.
So, and then what happens? They win, bro. That second goal, Emerson, that guy's not Brazilian, bro. That guy's not Brazilian.
You're joking. I was trying to. Is he? So he's apparently Brazilian.
He's not Brazilian, bro.
These guys, I think certain passports need to be revoked. Like Richarlison is Brazilian. Fred Flintstone is Brazilian. Casey and Jojo.
No. Fred Flintstone isn't. Fredinho is.
No. The guy from 7-1. The guy from 7-1 ends.
Conte, it's so weird because his low is really bad. The fact that he's so shit at European, like so bad, but his high is actually what makes him wanted amongst many clubs. Is that he can guarantee you success at a club level, and that's why it will always keep relevant.
There we go. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't expect him to do anything with Tottenham, but like it's just a weird situation.
Okay, so I think this group is Tottenham, Leverkusen, Marseille, Frankfurt. If he doesn't make it out of this group, so we're like, oh well, it's just Conte. Like, so is that all
no, I think you can add more criticism because this group is not. You would think that Spurs would comfortably win this group, given that they're in the Premier League, they face different competition, they have more money there. He already has better players at his disposal. But then Leverkusen, I believe,
aren't they fighting relegation?
They're like relegation right now.
Yeah, man, they had a tough
relegation.
season.
Marseille, I think did they lose their 2 opening games?
Wait, no, it's Frankfurt, not Leverkusen.
Frankfurt. Yeah, Frankfurt. Leverkusen is an Atletico.
Yeah, and also I think Sporting Lisbon beat them like 3-0 at their crib.
Yeah, no, in Marseille, didn't Marseille lose 2 games in a row, or did they? I got mixed up. Did they win their first game? Because I know they lost today.
Marseille, I'm gonna check right now.
I mean their first UCL game?
Yeah, their first UCL game.
They lost
today. They lost.
Oh no! Wait! Did they play at Atleti in their first game?
Yeah, they lost to Tottenham.
Marseille lost to Tottenham. Yes, Richarlison scored twice. Yeah, Richarlison scored
and then
twice.
Marseille lost again today, I believe.
Yeah, to Frankfurt.
So Marseille is pretty much done.
They're out. They're done
because their points were gonna come from home because I believe it's called the Valderrama, whatever the fuck it's called.
Velodrome.
Yeah, it's a really good stadium. They tend to have very good home record, at least in the league though. But if you can't get through this, bro, I'll be surprised if they come second. But they have to come first. Like there's no way they do not come first.
No, but you know what the thing is? What if it does happen? I think people just be like, because I think the thing though is, I think for most Tottenham fans, I think they care more about doing well in the league than actually doing well in the Champions League. I don't think they have very high standards.
But HH, for me, in my general opinion, there should be a penalty for that. I think there should be a penalty for if Tottenham does that. There should be a penalty for them. There should have been a penalty a long time ago for Sevilla because the nonsense they be doing in the Champions League. There should be a penalty.
No. Sevilla does clowns. Sevilla have been pulling that crap for years, and you have not done anything about it. These guys intentionally finished there so they can win the Europa League.
No, but if you look at they probably want more success in the league. But if we're being honest, if Spurs win the FA Cup, like that's a successful season for them.
I know. It is. So it is. And do you know what would it say? I think Conte is trying to plot to finish 4th, so that they can actually have more focus on the league. I mean, before I go to the talk, what do you think it is about Europe that Conte is such a bum-ass fruit seller in?
It's probably the cup management.
He's stubborn, man. That's what it is.
I think it's the tactical aspect of it.
Yeah.
I feel like in Europe it favors tactical managers, philosophical coach or rigid coach. They really struggle because like if you set out your game plan and it's not working, you have to tweak it. And if you're unable to tweak it, and because the Champions League is so chaotic, I mean you struggle.
And also remember, Champions League, everybody attacks. Everybody comes out at you. So if you don't really because look at Spurs, everybody, because you're dealing with the best of their leagues, they're going to come out at you. Whereas that in a league format, most of the guys that actually play is about breaking them down. And Conte can I can break these guys down.
As much as we want to have a conversation about Lewandowski, which some people may say it's a bit, it's a bit crazy because it's one game, whatever. Although it was very important, and I'm with you on that. When are we going to have a conversation of a Hello Kitty merchant called Stan?
Hey man, that's my
I know you guys love smiles and sunshines and butterflies.
Ricardo, I was this close. I was this close to getting to the next topic. Ricardo, I was this close. I don't know. Because I'm like, the sun has not risen in the east at all this season at all, man. He's been a brick. I mean, okay, are we saying Class C? Are we saying he's a brick now? Or are we saying under review? Under review.
Guys, let's not jump the gun yet.
Yes, come on, under review.
Because football changes like this, guys. So let's not jump the gun yet. So let's just wait.
Look, he hasn't he just hasn't shown up. But for me, I'm like, he's done so much that let's just wait and let's just chill and let's just see how the season unfolds. But for the start of the season, it ain't looking great.
I swear it was like this last season.
No, he was top scorer, right?
It was
but like he had a slow start last season. I swore.
Oh, I think he did. Yeah.
Okay, maybe he had his. Yeah,
he did. Yeah, I remember because
hence why I said
that Nuno Espirito guy.
It's true. Yeah. Let's just give him time. Let's get some dubs, and then I want to talk about Bomletti. So, shout out to your boy Drew, man. Thank you for the dub. Kudus, Ghana this World Cup. Yep. Mazraoui looked good when he came on, man. Davies bullied David Rafinha with Lewandowski. His old teammates know him very well. Lucas 100%. I tweeted this actually in the Bundesliga game. Isn't Davies the best left back in the world now?
Yes.
Someone said no, he's not. Who's better than him?
Yes.
Right now, yeah. I mean, based on form.
Felamendi isn't better than him now, and that's the only name I can think of.
Marcus Alonso.
Because if you guys remember that PSG game in the final and the 2021, the next season when we played him in the quarterfinals, he was getting mauled by Di Maria because Di Maria he was struggling against dribblers. Today he held his own against the dribbler, so he's improving in the actual defensive aspect too.
Shout out to my fellow Canadian man. Shout out to my boy.
Canada have guys, man. Canada have guys, man.
Calm down.
No, you know what the thing is, like Xavi, it got so bad that Xavi had to switch. At one point, he ended up switching Dembele over to that side.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right. Keep talking. I need to switch back. Just keep talking.
No,
he's a liar. He has to take a shit. Was that a penalty? Was that a penalty?
For who?
The one on the challenge on the Oos. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see many. I didn't see other replays.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
I saw the replay. It was kind of.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Salah scored a fantastic goal, but if that goal would have went in from Pedri, my God, I think I would have. Bro, that goal, I thought it was a goal too. I froze. I was like, and all I just saw was it just hit the post. I was like.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't matter whether or not it was a pen because VAR this season has been crazy.
Trash.
Hey, bro.
You see the Juve one? Did you see the Juve one, bro?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what's going on. If it's like this at the World Cup,
the Juve one was crazy, bro.
No.
What's crazy? What's that?
No, I was talking about the penalty today with Dembele and Davies, but I'm not even surprised that it wasn't given considering how VAR has been this season. Man. I don't know if you saw the picture of VAR in the Juventus game.
Oh, look, Ricardo.
That was crazy, bro.
Look.
No.
Bro, you got
all I'll say is Godfather, Goodfellas, and now Super Bowl. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say.
You know what's crazy?
I'm going to say, okay, that's what I'm going to say.
You know what's wild? Guess who's back in the Serie A this season? What was it? That one guy, Scala, what's his name? He owns a team. He owns the Serie A B team.
Berlusconi?
Berlusconi came back in the Serie A this season, and then now we're seeing this. I don't know, HH.
Oh man.
I don't know.
What's it called? Shout out to Omar Rushdie, who says, "Sorry, Mo today equals 8 out of 10 with club
man,
playing
stop
him as a
lying,
right wing
man.
back."
Stop lying, man.
Right wing back. Okay. Oh lord. Okay. SB
Nah,
induct Richie Rich, aka Richarlison, classy in my opinion. He isn't Brazilian. I don't care what it says on his passport. I don't care where his parents are from. That man is not Brazilian. He is
He's
not.
English.
I refuse to
He's
believe he's
English.
Brazilian. Alps. HH, I usually deconstruct our game, but not tonight. It's all freaking Lewandowski. You have to score. Also, Rafinha, just stop shooting. You're not Messi. Guys, I told you, man. Rafinha,
Stop lying, HH.
Rafinha
You're
is
hurting.
that great
So
player.
hurt.
You're hurting.
It's
You're hurting.
no,
That's fine.
Rafinha
I'd be
ain't
mad
that
too.
great.
I'd be mad too.
Even Arsenal fans are still
Rafinha
hurt.
ain't that
They'll be
great.
missing
Rafinha
it.
ain't that great. No, look, see, I said that game, it's Lewandowski's to blame. Call it harsh, Lewandowski's to blame for Barca's loss. Big up last year. This Polish fraud took from me this Gavi and Pedri masterclass. Yeah. The funny thing about all of this is that he will outscore Benzema. Look, it's all about stats.
No, but that's not okay. You know
He's
what?
stats bad. He's just
I
stats
hate-
bad.
I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing I hate about Lewandowski is Alche's gonna come up. He's gonna score 6 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
come on,
you're
that's
gonna see this. You're gonna see
nonsense.
this.
That's nonsense.
Well, everybody do this. Everybody do this, bro.
Oh my! Oh what? Oh my! Oh man, the ski. What's it called? Detroit Rock City man. Give Mane time, he will come through. Hashtag big game level. Oh, look, no, yeah. Mane has done too much for us to not say the guy's trash. Give him more time. Give
Yeah,
Mane more time.
what happened?
Isn't it
Oh,
fair to
sorry.
expect that he's gonna go on a streak of bad performances though? Because it has been the case. the
Yeah,
last
that's
few
true.
years.
That's true. But then also, it's like I wanted to ask Okage something. What's up with Gnabry, bro? What's up with
Oh,
that? What?
I don't know.
I don't.
Dude.
I saw him with dreads and everything, looking drippy
Hey,
and
man.
everything. I was like, "What's going?" Coming out the bed, I was like, "What?"
No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows. Literally, no one knows what happened to him.
Vlad the Third. HH Bundesliga club beats La Liga today. Is La Liga a bread maker's league? Oh, come on, man. Bundesliga delivers wins and La Liga bakes a multigrain sourdough loaf today. It's 1 week. See, guys are so reactionary. It's freaking 1 week. You can't just use 1 week of games where Bundesliga has said what's up and I say, oh my gosh, La Liga thinks are trash, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Bundesliga, I don't know what is up with them
Yes,
this
yeah,
season.
but it's a
They're
perfect segue. Perfect segue. Now, Hokage, can you please tell me, for the audience, which position are Bayer Leverkusen in?
Second to last.
Excuse me? Wait, hold up. I got you. No. I got you. Let me hit you with this. Now, last week, it's Atletico were playing at home, and they scored the winning goal with plus 11 minutes of added on time. And then they won. Bayer Leverkusen, as Hokage said, are second bottom in the Bundesliga, and Atleti lost 2-0 to these dudes. These are apparently the two-time UCL finalists. And this is a team that you see. Yassi, let me tell Yassi, I'm gonna start fighting people. You see, Yassi, see, this is where I get really angry. Because Yassi, I was put on this earth to protect football and footballers and so forth. Yassi, I'm pressing charges. Streets, I'm pressing charges to Simeone. What the hell is Joao Felix doing in this club?
I'm locked up.
Way too talented to be.
Oh,
It's like, what the hell is Joao Felix doing in this club? Because Simeone is a man he'll never change. This dude will never change. And because the thing with Atletico is that I look at, they've got Carrasco. Oh, they've got Griezmann. Oh, they've got Felix. Like, the amount of quality players that these guys have, I'm like, oh, wow. But somehow this bum-ass punk has them playing Prison Break for
but I told you this about when this group came out. I said this is one of the most interesting group out there by far. I said it because of Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid will turn every single game they play against into this. You don't know what you're gonna get with Atletico Madrid. One day. I'm not gonna lie to HH. I will not be surprised if the next game they play, they were playing some interesting football. You're like, okay, they actually have some ballers. And next game they do this. HH. I don't. It just. I think Madrid is just a weird team. HH. And the Simeone, man, bro. Like I'm looking at the table. HH. You know who's top of this group? Club Brugge.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
Actually, Club Brugge destroyed Porto 4-0 today.
Yeah.
They smashed them up though.
Oh, Burger's good. They're good. They play well.
I told you about this team, bro. I told you about this group. This group is
Club Brugge at top.
They had
Club
6
Brugge.
points.
Dude, they play good. They play good. You can't lie.
They sauced up Porto. They sauced them up. What is going on?
Wait, Ricardo, can you please give us some insights as to this bomb Simeone, man?
Why are we surprised? This is like an annual thing. They just lose the most random team in the most random way.
Yeah.
The crazy part is that they'll always find a way to make it through. That's so crazy.
That's the sick thing.
No,
Ricardo, I dare them to finish third, man. I dare these clans to finish third.
I don't know if you heard, but I'm just finding out right now. But Lautaro and Lukaku, bro.
What?
Apparently there's a reason why.
That's not true.
Apparently there's a reason Lukaku wanted to go back to Inter Milan.
Okay, Ricardo. Let's not. Let's just focus on this. Let's just focus on
I
this.
hate football too.
Let's just focus on this. Let's just focus on Please, FC Brugo, just go for
Wait,
it.
Lautaro deactivated his Instagram account. That's how serious it is.
Okay, let's just focus on this, please. Focus, please. So Atleti, talk to me. Talk to me. What's it called? Gigaman, Atleti, man, talk to me, man. Simeone.
To be honest with you, man, I'm not really surprised, man. Like, to me, they're like the Spanish equivalent of like Burnley back in the day, man. To me, man, they're just so negative, man. Just in their approach. And I feel like the maths aren't really mathing in terms of players they have versus their tactical style.
But how do we get Felix out of this bombers club? That's the thing. How do we get him
man,
out of this
I feel like
clan?
you know, I've been saying this for a while. Like a team like Man City definitely like kind of suits his style, you know. I've been saying that for a minute, you know, probably like Spain or just somewhere where he can just leave that prison, man, because it's just, I don't know, man. It's long for him, man.
Yeah, look, I mean, for me, like, they will probably make it through the group, but this is what I always said about Atletico Madrid. Their chance of winning the Champions League was 2014.
Yeah.
I felt that after then, it's just not happening. And here's the thing, though. Give this same team to a different manager, I think they have a good chance. I'd even put them as dark horses. Because when I knew that Simeone, there's something wrong with him in his head, was the COVID season against Leipzig. Like, you're 1-0 down, you get into 1-1, and he starts defending. Wait a minute, you're the superior team. You're the better team.
I think
why is that you go into 1 and then he starts to defend?
Against him like 2019, was it 2020, like those pandemic years? I think we even struggled against him.
Yeah, okay, how do we get Felix out of Atleti, man?
How many years are left on his contract? Because I remember he signed a long-term one when he left.
I think it was like it's 7 years.
He signed a 7-year.
I think there's 3 years.
So there's still like 3 years left or something.
This guy's serving a prison sentence, bro.
Ricardo, it's San Quentin. It's 24/7 lockdown. It's San Quentin.
The only hope is Newcastle comes in with a big, huge bid for Felix, maybe in the summer, to bring him to the Premier League. That's the only. Unless Man City and PSG want to splash the cash, because, man, what a terrible choice for him to go there. Like, imagine Felix, even in his Barca team or Bayern or Man City or even PSG. Imagine him in these teams, man. He would.
Okay, imagine him in Real Madrid. You don't have to rely so much on Benzema then, bro. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is.
Yeah, it would be crazy, but I don't know, man. Atleti's weird, dude. I think they'll still get out of the group, but to lose to Leverkusen, this is the worst Leverkusen. They've been without their best player in Wirtz, the 17-year-old kid, since like March. They've absolutely struggled since the start of the season. They don't finish their chances, and they still put 2 past you. And then Club Brugge, a 17-year-old kid scored for Club Brugge today, and they're in their first place. So like, it's only 2 match days. They have a win, so it's good. It's good. I think the saving thing for them so far is that they didn't tie to Porto. They got the full 3 points there, so they can still rebound from this. But yeah, it's just another embarrassing Atleti performance.
From what's continuous, I'm tired of this team, man. Korea's IQ is class A. Bro, talk to your manager, man. I say, talk to your damn manager. Wink, join Black Ballers Association. First 11, Menio, Alfonso, Tomori, Konate, Reese, Kante. Wow, Kovacic, white pass. Leao, Pulisic, white pass. Dembele, Mbappe. Wink, you have problems and issues, bro.
Why Pulisic, though?
He says he has a white pass, which is mad. Everyone was clowning Upamecano today, rock solid. No. Look, man, he didn't put a foot wrong.
I'm not trying to hear nonsense.
Wait, hold on. I want to circle back, man. So like, let's end this with this band pass. So look, my thing is this, guys. Was this a setback for Xavi and Barcelona? Was this like a reality check? Or like, because Hokage, you say no, because my thing, before I come to Hokage, my thing is this. I don't think that Xavi got punked by Nagelsmann. Because when I look at the game tactically, I told you, first off, when we did a halftime space, everybody was saying that, man, Barca back, Barca back. Yes, you are saying Barca back. This is it. Because we're all impressed by how well Barca played. And trust me, if Barca win this game, this is about, man, Pedri, what a player. Pedri, what a freaking player. We should still say Pedri would have played because he was absolutely amazing. But I think that, in my view, I look at this game, people say, oh my gosh, look at how wrong we are for picking Barca. No, I was right to pick Barca. They didn't get outplayed. They should have won that game because they had 3 great opportunities to win. This is on Lewandowski. When you look at that first half, I felt that Bayern were also a threat. Hence why I said, look, the most important stat is that stat in the top left-hand corner. Yes, Barca, you've had all the chances and so forth. You haven't scored. It's still 0-0. Against a team with the experience and ruthlessness of Bayern Munich, they can always get you. But if you're Xavi, there's nothing. The only thing I think Xavi might have done wrong is bring on Ansu Fati earlier. But again, I think they're protecting him because they know that they have to really be very careful with how they use him. Apart from that, first half, they did everything well. They defended very well. They gave Mane no space. Sane was nullified. Band's attack front was nullified. Band didn't have any clear-cut chances in that first half. And in that first half, you had 3 great, amazing chances. That's your main striker flopped. So this ain't on Xavi. I mean, Hokage talks to me like from the Barca and Band's point of view this whole game. And also, there are a lot of guys that were questioning Nagelsmann. This was a huge job for Nagelsmann because a lot of people thought Bayern were going to lose. People thought Bayern were going to lose, and guys have it on Nagelsmann's neck. They want to get this guy out the paint. Hokage, talk to me.
Yeah, in terms of Nagelsmann, I think the biggest criticism of him is substitutions, but every sub he brought on today, at least those first 2, the Mazraoui one was forced, but he could have brought on Stanisic, the 20-year-old Croatian guy, but he brought on Mazraoui, gave him the chance, he played amazing, and he brought on Leon Goretzka and impacted the game. So for Nagelsmann, no Bayern fans can really complain. There was some questions about De Ligt or Upamecano, chose Upamecano. Ended up being a good decision, so no fault on him. And if you're a Barca fan, and for Barca, I mean, they played good. I mean, it's right. Like, you have to put the only person that you should be worried about, how does Lewandowski take this? I mean, Lewandowski's been here before. He's dropped brick performances and he came back, so I wouldn't even be too worried about that. So Barca, I was even surprised at how well Barca was playing because I thought this was like their first real test since maybe like that Real Madrid game where they won 4-0 last season. So if you're a Barca fan, don't be discouraged because like I won't be surprised if we go to the Camp Nou and they beat us like 2-0, 3-1. Like that's how good they played. So you got players like Pedri, Lewandowski will continue to score in La Liga. With Lewandowski, you're La Liga challengers. Now it's up to Lewandowski if you guys can be CL challengers. That's how I see it. So I think Barcelona is hard.
But if you look at this, despite this loss, should Barca still be like? Okay, no, forget about Barca. Bayern. Does this not say like no, Bayern should still be looking at the Champions League, or you're like, let's still wait and see? Because you kept now he may have fluctuated, but you kept a very strong attack quiet. So with this says, oh no, if Bayern can get going and just sharpen up the chemistry, maybe Bayern can say something in the UCL, or do you still think that Bayern are still levels below Man City and PSG?
Yeah, I think for Bayern, it's just how they grow into the season. Because we saw in the first half, the attack wasn't really clicking, and then the second half, the attack clicked, and you saw what happens. So it's up to the Bayern attack to do that more often. Don't just do that for just one. That's why Hansi Flick's Bayern was so good. They did that for 90 minutes. Why that team was so ruthless. This one, we're doing it at least at the moment. The last like 4 or 5 games, we've been doing it like for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, one half. We haven't been doing it more often. So for Bayern, they're not favorites for me because I think if this Lucas news is true, that guy is our most important center back, Lucas Hernandez. So if that's true, that's a huge blow for us, and hopefully he could be back for the knockouts. But I say for Bayern, this is going to be a season where you see them grow as a team throughout the season, not like be amazing throughout. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we go to Augsburg this weekend and draw again for the 4th game in a row.
Yeah, no, because it's a different game. So Ricardo, how much does this loss do you think affects Barca and Xavi? Or does it not affect them at all?
Well,
it is just what it is.
I saw some of the quotes from the post game interviews and stuff, and it seems like every player is on the same wavelength that they knew that the game was there for them to win, but they just didn't take the chances, and they acknowledged that the difference was just Bayern took their chances, and that is what it is, and they were wasteful. So it's pretty clear that they know that they played a good game, and perhaps on another day they would have at least minimum got a point or even one. I think who this reflects on the most is obviously Lewandowski. I think he obviously has to redeem himself. And I'm not talking about no Elche over the weekend.
Camp Nou.
He has to score against Bayern Munich because today they put on a performance which I can assume everybody would agree that had they had the ability to score, they probably would have won tonight.
Yes, for sure.
So, and considering those chances fell to their new star player, their goal scorer, it's more on him as to why they lost. So I think everybody other than Lewandowski.
What the hell? Yes, yeah. Are you like in a volcano? The heck? But this already sounds my story.
Yeah, I think outside of Lewandowski, everybody probably feel a bit undone. But that's the game. They know they played well, and that's it. Lewandowski just, like I said, next game, he's got to redeem himself. If he doesn't, then he's just further adds to what we already know of him.
Gagan, what do you say, man, about just general thoughts of the game, like how it affects Barca, and is there newfound respect for Bayern Munich in terms of like, okay, they lost Lewandowski, but look at how much of a dub this was for them in the way that they were able to beat a very informed Barca side with a main striker that left them and so forth. So how much of a huge dub is this for Bayern Munich, and how much does this affect Barca?
I think I definitely do think it's like a huge dub based on where Bayern's coming from. Obviously, with the new acquisitions and the loss of Lewandowski, they've kind of really shown that, hey, we really don't need him in a sense, So I think it's a big dub for him. But I think as for Lewandowski, I think he'll be the most disappointed one in terms of, what he should have grabbed out of the game. So, yeah.
Yes, man. Talk to me, man. How should both teams be feeling after this, man? Especially the ski.
First thing first, HH, I sent you a DM, and I want you to share it.
Well, if it's something crazy, I ain't sharing.
No, it's not something crazy.
The stuff that I'm reading is okay, but okay. Let me just.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, yes.
Just share it. Just share it.
Yes,
just share it. Hey, we talk about Bayern Munich and Barcelona, right? Just share it, HH.
Hokage, I mean this in the most respectful way, but Hokage, screw you and your club, man. Screw you and your club, bro. Screw you and your club. I hate you and your club, bro. You see, you know what? Like,
You guys chose Conor Gallagher over him, just saying.
You know what?
No, that's just beautiful. There's certain things in football is just beautiful. That's just beautiful. That's beautiful.
You know what? This is
you know what's crazy about Bayern Munich, and this is something that really annoys me about clubs like Bayern Munich is I think they didn't get anything for both Musiala and Gnabry. They didn't get nothing for them. They literally
scouting. So
They just
scouting,
pick
man.
these guys up. But for me, HH is it's interesting because I have been extremely critical about Nagelsmann and Bayern Munich. HH, and for me, my biggest problem with Bayern Munich was I didn't know who was, and when in times goes like when you're in big games, who was going to score your big goals for you. That was one issue I had for them, and the other issue I had with them is like for me it was the defending. Check and check, man. Leroy Sane showed up today. HA Lucas Hernandez.
Well, he scored the goal. He didn't really show up for 90 minutes.
It's just like get
No. Yes, yeah. He scored the goal. Performance-wise, he
But
wasn't all there
he
over
wasn't all
90
there.
minutes.
But then it's interesting because Bayern Munich doesn't have that one person that can score the goals consistently. It's just like like given day, this guy's gonna show us gonna score the goal, and that's why I picked Barcelona to win. Barcelona, I don't like even Xavi came out. He said, "Man, we didn't deserve to lose that game." In his words, he said we outplayed them, but
Hold it right there.
And in the second half, I was
I hate when guys say that. Barca deserve to lose the game.
Yes.
You miss chances like that. You deserve to lose the game. That's how that's how you view it.
For me, I think it's definitely a learning curve for Xavi. Because for me, it's like okay,
No, it's not. Wait, how's the learning curve for Xavi?
Because for me, I thought one thing that really kind of I'm still iffy about is Barcelona's defense. HH, that second goal should never have happened. HH, like
yes, okay.
Second goal should never have happened.
It's not a learning curve, but we all won them. Who was the guy that should have been on Hernandez when he headed the ball in? You saw him.
Yeah,
he was drunk.
Ricardo, let's not go there, please.
And he was left for dead.
Ricardo, meet that mic.
Just
yes,
like that night.
Yes, talk over him. Yes, talk over him. Yes, talk over him.
Anyways, no. So for me, it's like it's weird. HH. At the end of the day, it's like you come off of it. It's like okay, props to Bayern Munich. They get the job done. They put two past Barcelona. At the same time, like Barcelona played well. For me, this is the wake up call for Lewandowski. I will say this is a
it's for me. The only guy you look at here is Lewandowski. That's the only guy because we know Rafinha. It is what it is. He's a basement dwelling poor man's Ronaldinho. So we don't even know what that is about. And the Dembele, the Dembele is that. But this is about Lewandowski.
But here's the thing,
it's as simple as that. Yes, he had 3 great chances. Barca played better than Bayern in the first half. Barca with a better team, 3 great chances. He messed them up. It's on him.
But HH, this is why I'm so happy and ecstatic he left Bayern Munich. HH, we were not. This is the real. This is when things get real. When you real things get real. Because the thing is, when you're in Bayern Munich and you're destroying teams in Bundesliga, literally peppering them, coming off the bench, scoring 5 goals. HH is nice. Breaking Gerd Muller's record. You're one of the greatest strikers of all time. Okay. I take you out of that situation. I put you in Barcelona. You are their main man. What's up? And you go back to your previous club. What's up? See, this is what I love about football. One thing I love about it is like when you take a player, a great player, and you put him in a situation where it's like, okay, now what? What's up? And now we have the situation. Lewandowski, everything is on him.
One thing that you guys said, I think Hokage said it, I think even Ricardo said it, is that if it was any other team, he scores that first chance, which I have no idea how you missed that. But my thing though is, then my respect for you diminishes. If you can't, for 90 minutes, be cold and ruthless and be like, I don't care who this team is, I'm going to say what's up. If you can't do that, then I have to question your elite mentality.
What makes it worse is that he was given a platform to escape all of the Bundesliga tax allegations that when he's shrinking, the rest of the team comes big. This is his team now. This is an opportunity for him to prove that, my skill set exceeds what I've done in Germany. It's about me. I wasn't carried through my teammates. Like, this was a platform for him, and he failed the first test.
But here's the thing. As a point I wanted to make, there is a skill in being clutch. there is a skill in being clutch. That is a particular skill. Like big games, tough opponents, when nerves come through, even if you're an amazing player, there are guys that maybe succumb to that pressure. So guys who can succeed under that pressure, that's a particular skill that not everyone has. And we can answer that for Lewandowski, as great as a striker is. Of course, he's an amazing striker because goals are goals. And he scores a much amounts of goals.
Yeah.
But that's why I always use the arguments of the degree of difficulty of like, it's not how many you score, it's when you score. Because you scoring 8 goals against Elche or Ibiza ain't the same as scoring 1 or 2 goals against Bayern Munich.
When you look at Lewandowski's record, he has a phenomenal goal scoring, like in terms
Yes.
of games to goal ratio. I think his is actually higher than Messi's and Ronaldo.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
But the pretty sure he has 90 goals in the Champions League, and how many of those 90 goals are actually memorable? So it's all good to be third highest or third highest goal scorer, but none of your goals are that memorable. I mean,
Yeah. You know, the worst thing about Lewandowski for me is like, okay, bro, this is your chance, HH. Like, this is your chance. For me, I always say this. We have the argument I've always had against Lewandowski was he's playing for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is an unbelievable team. He has so many weapons. He has, Kimmich and Goretzka and Alphonso Davies, Gnabry, Musiala. I mean, he has. I say for him, it's like that when you're such an amazing player, such a great player, when you leave that team, there has to be an absent. I'm not saying there isn't, but I had to say there has to be a void. And not only that, when you're on the opposite side, you have to be like, hey guys, this is what you guys missed. This is what I was for you. This is how much I've done for you.
Sorry, just quickly. Hokage, quick question. Was Joshua Kimmich the victim of domestic abuse? The guy has a black eye.
What is that?
That looks like if someone punched him in the freaking eye. What happened to him?
He got punched in the eye in the Inter game. Yeah.
Oh, by who?
I don't know. It was like a really hard elbow battling for the. I forget who it was against, but yeah, he got it from the Inter game. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, because I was did his wife say what's up or something? I was like, what the heck? Let's get this jobs and then guys, we have to talk about the legitimate champs who say what's up tomorrow, man.
We'll talk about the Chelsea game.
Yes.
Okay, I'm signing off right here. You guys have a good night.
Ricardo, screw you.
Shout out to Wilton. I see you. Shout out to Martin Rosario.
Okay, how do I meet this guy? Okay, Ricardo, can you show
later, you bald fraud.
Okay, yeah.
HH, I'm gonna catch you later as well.
Peace out, man. Peace out. So Romelu Lukaku says, always loved Lautaro. Our relationship is special. Oh God. All right. Thanks for that, man. Adams, HH, my brother. Is it Todd Molly recent comments on the menu tonight? Because boy, he's got the bozo gene as well. You Chelsea fans should be worried. I'll save that for tomorrow. Karim Prakashare, I want Lever to look at the mirror, ask himself, am I that guy? Bro, he'll have to do a lot of questioning in the face match for sure.
Shout out to Wasir and shout out.
Okay. Fires and say, I'm telling you, Matip will never get plotted. VVD tax. No. Matip said what's up. So, guys, very briefly, man. Chelsea. So, I'm not going to give a prediction. Chelsea, Uncle Street as well. Let me hear your prediction. Chelsea, Salzburg. Give me a prediction. Hokage then yes, yeah. I'm not going to give a prediction. Hokage, Chelsea, Salzburg. This is Potter's first game in charge. Your prediction, Chelsea, Salzburg.
Oh yeah. It's at home.
At home, Bridge.
Chelsea 3-0. Chelsea 3-0.
Oh, please, God, I am begging you. The complicated Chelsea show needs to be back. I changed.
No, Chelsea's gonna win.
But
okay, yeah. Sucks.
Okay. 4-0 Chelsea then.
3-0 for me. 3-0. I'm not even kidding. These guys, when they remember the 1-1 draw they got at Bayern in the round of 16 last. They pulled up the Allianz scared. They're little boys, man. They suck.
No,
they suck. They're gonna.
Okay, I don't want to tempt fate because my thing about this is that this is Potter's first game. I have no idea what lineup he's going to put forth. I have no idea what players going to play. So literally, it's literally completely new. So, Fazzi says Somali brother, Europa is tomorrow, mates, not UCL fluent. Yes, do you take this as an insult towards you or?
No, not really. It's just like We already signed a deal with UEFA. We drop into the Europa League to promote it. So that's what we do. We're so big, you know. So.
And no, but that's also I think Cristiano can say what's up to him. Look, see, all I'm saying
but
is
HH also one thing I'll say.
yes.
HH is for some of these big clubs, if they drop into the Europa League, oh my god. If Europa League might actually be crazy.
Because no, yes, you could be seeing Tottenham and Atleti in the Europa League.
That's
Don't be surprised
crazy.
if you see Tottenham and Atleti in there. Because all I'm saying is this, guys, I don't want to tempt fate. Potter, all I pray is bring back style, bring sexy back, bring back sexy football, and then we can say what's up, guys. Shout out to your boy Hokage, shout out to your boy Yesi, and guys, we'll be back here. Remember, guys, I'll be on Twitch live watch along for the Chelsea game, and we'll be back here tomorrow for a post match. So join me on Twitch for the live watch along of the Chelsea game, and join me back here for the post match of that Chelsea game. Potter, I dare you to lose that game. I bloody dare you. Peace out. One love. Peace, 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 peace.